Good evening and welcome to Nonsense Talk News. I am Pallab Ghosh with you. I am just back from Jantar Mantar, where the DA protesters from West Bengal had sat on a 2-day dharna in demand for their DA predominantly, but they had three major demands. One, of course, the dearness allowance DA. Two, they want a permanent status for those who are on contract or contractual workers. And three, they wanted to focus the corruption that had taken place in the teachers' recruitment, one of the biggest scam of this country, and it's emerging as one of the biggest scam. Well, if I start going into the scam, then it will take volumes of videos, so I am cutting it short because my subject today is, of course, the DA protesters. So as I was talking to them, and I asked them very clearly in Bengali that ki mone hoy apnara ki DA paben? What do you think? Do you feel that you will get the DA or your demands will be met? The gentleman who was talking to me said, quote unquote, না দাদা মনে হয় না আমরা পাবো কারণ নামটা মমতা বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়. No brother, we will not get our demands fulfilled because the name is Mamata Banerjee, and this is one of the biggest point here because Mamata Banerjee is always in defiance. As you know, her three famous catchphrases are Choto Ghotona petty incident, Sajano Ghotona concocted incident, and Bohiragoto de Kaj, work of aliens. So I was asking them that, do you feel that when you will go back tomorrow, because the first batch of the members of Sangrami Jautha Mancha, the forum they represent, left for West Bengal today evening. And I asked them that, do you feel when you will go back, some of the Mamata Banerjee appeasers, some of the Mamata Banerjee chamchas will say it was a Shajano Ghotona or a Choto Ghotona. The biggest problem today in Bengal is you cannot protest, you cannot raise your voice, and if you raise your voice, then as these protesters are sitting on dharna at Shohid Minar in Kolkata, they were compared with barking dogs by Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee said, ঘেউ ঘেউ করলেই আমি ভয় পাবো না, আমি জানি আমায় কি করতে হবে. Means don't bark. If you bark, I am not going to get scared. And while talking to the people today at Jantar Mantar, many of them actually shared their views, shared their dismay that they who actually run the government, they who actually run the administration, because they are government servant, they are compared with barking dogs. Well, there were many other discussions that I had with them, and one of the main point that came up during the discussion is somewhere down the line, people once again have started thinking for Bodol, but this time not the cult Bodla Noy Bodol Chai, not revenge but change, the cult phrase of Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool during 2011, the catchphrase which actually attracted people and people got willing. I am not going into the other details like Shingur, Nandigram, the Harit movement or the Green movement, etc., because we know these were actually first And Mamata Banerjee used uh, these things to come to power. The point is, these people who had come to Jantar Mantar, and as they said, they have spent their hard-earned money to buy the tickets. I agree, some political party must have been in support, but I really don't blame them, because when their own party, Trinamool, and their master, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, for whom they work, call them dogs and say, come what may, they will not get their demands, then they will have to look up to some political party who will extend a supporting or helping hand. They said that they had come to Delhi by spending their own money from their pocket, but Mamata Banerjee said that her government will investigate, her government will scan if there was some embezzlement of funds in buying the tickets or coming to Delhi. Well, she sends rats everywhere. As we had previously seen, she just takes a glance and tells that he or she is a Maoist. But unfortunately, she does nothing to scan the corruption in her own party. And right now when I'm talking to you, I think I need not to give any documents, because we know that Parthu Chatterjee, and then one after one, top leaders, confidants of Banerjee's have been in the net of Enforcement Directorate and CBI. In fact, the list is endless, and if I start taking names, then it will get volumes of videos. Well, coming back to today's meeting with the protesters of Sangrami Jautha Mancha, which I really enjoyed, I really cherished talking to them. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a big reportage I wanted to, but because the Delhi police had assigned a stipulated time, that is till 4 p.m. and I reached a little before 4 p.m. So it was actually, they were on a folding up mood. And also some of them had left to give memorandum at the respective offices of President Draupadi Murmu, Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and so on and so forth. Actually, they were supposed to meet these persons, but they couldn't, because all these political leaders are out of station. So I leave you with this for today. I have tried to pen down in the story in details with the bytes. But the problem is, in Bengal, you cannot protest, you cannot raise your voice, because whenever you raise your voice, previously of course it was choto ghotona, sajano ghotona and bohiragatoder kaj, but now another new thing has been added. You are compared with barking dog. Gheu gheu korben na, ami bhoy pai na. Don't bark like a dog. I am not scared of your barking. This is the cult language of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So finally, a very strong message was given from Jantar Mantar to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee by these forum members that come what may, they will fight for their demand. And if Mamata Banerjee feels that she can be defiant for n number of days, n number of months, then these members of the forums have also decided to stand by their demand and fight out for their demands. This is Pallab Ghosh signing off for Nonsense Talk News.